Hey y'all, it's Nat. So I'm actually doing this video because it is time for my February wrap up, right? So for the month of February, I was only able to get through 5 books, and that was really a task because majority of the month I did not read anything, and there were a lot of days I didn't read anything in between that. So these 5 books made the cut. So first up, I read Kimberly Brown's "Hold Me While You Wait." This book I enjoyed this book. I really did. This physical, the cover is beautiful. Look at the cover. It is really beautiful. Now, the one thing I would have to say is I'm just wondering why on the cover the male does not have vitiligo because in the story he does. So that kind of threw me for a loop. But anyway, I enjoyed the story. I loved, their love story, their journey into knowing each other and actually becoming a couple. The audio, I actually listened to the audiobook of this and I was not a fan of the narrators, honestly. However, I still love the storyline. So Kimberly Brown did a good one with that one. Next up, I read Sir Lewis by Michael E. Sawyer, and I think y'all have seen me talk about this one before, but and I did a review on this particular book itself, but the cover is beautiful. I love the cover. The story, the biography or what have you, it's an unauthorized biography, and I think going in, I didn't really realize that, but either way. If it's an introduction to Lewis Hamilton, you can kind of get an idea. I still would say, and I'm still going to go read his actual memoir that he wrote because this actually did reference a lot of things in that particular book. And so I was like, oh, okay. And if you see me looking down, I'm looking at my iPad. But overall, it was okay. It was straight. It just referenced a lot of other athletes and a lot of other situations, I guess, to drive a point home of why Lewis Hamilton is where he is. But I don't think it really needed all of that. But either way, it still was a pretty good starter, right? And next up, I read "Beautiful Broken Love" by Shanora Williams. It was a KU slash audio. If you got it on KU, you automatically have the audio book. I actually I liked it. It was pretty good. It sort of kind of fell a little flat for me. Like I was so invested in the beginning of it, and then I kind of fell off. And I'm not gonna say it was the story. I'm gonna say it's me because again, February was a hard month for me. It was very hard. But the narration, I've never heard anything by. I think her name is Ari Nash. I didn't hear anything by her. With her narration, she did a pretty good job. She was very animated, and I can respect it, right? She brought a lot of animation, a lot of feelings and emotions and things to the story. The male narrator, which I forgot his name according to this book, but I'm telling you that's Adam Lazar White. I'm telling you that's who it is because that was Titus. I heard Titus, okay? But his narration, he was straight except for I want to say the intimate scenes because he didn't have any emotion with that. And I don't think I ever heard him narrate like romance before. And I think that's really what it was. But either way, overall, the story was still pretty good. I would just say that it's me on that. And next up, I had the privilege of reading Behind the Forecast by Evie Daniels. I have got the arc. It was really cute. I enjoyed this one. And one of the things too that I love, it was short, so I didn't have to spend a lot of time trying to get through it. And it was a really good story. It was cute. Um, I want to say the weather references were on point because when you read it, you'll find out what I'm talking about. They were on point, and I definitely enjoyed that one. And last but not least, and this is probably what I'm going to spend the most of my time talking about, is I was thankful that NetGalley gave me the privilege of listening to The Filling Station by Vanessa Miller. Now, if I have to say a book that really, really, really just made my February, it would have to be that one. It was the last book I read. I listened to it. I got to get my hands on a physical copy. This story, y'all, I felt every emotion. The journey these sisters went on, everybody around them. Oh my gosh, this story was so freaking good. I just, whew, it's so many things I could say, and I was gonna do an actual review, like actually go into detail. I think I'm actually wait to do that though, because I really want to go back through it when I actually have the physical copy, because there's some things I want to highlight and I actually want to talk about. But in the meantime, just know that it was 5, 10, 15, 20 stars for me. Like it was so good. And I loved the references and I loved her author's note before and ending because she give you her historical, notes and things. And in the beginning, she gave you, just the note itself, period. Either one, both of them just really took me into the story. Like it just really just hooked me in and I just love the story. Um it's amazing and it's interesting because me and my husband had this conversation where, it's like if you so you have a sibling, you and your sibling, whatever however you grew up in your environment, both of you experience that at the same time, right? And so if one of you, pass on, God forbid, or what have you, the other one is still able to tell that story. If there's no one left who experienced that, who tells the story, right? So it really brought it home for me when I'm listening to that story, and then actually being able to think about the author's note and you actually doing the research, and even the last living relative, I think it was the last living, I forgot her name, it was a Fletcher, the older lady that actually lived in Tulsa during that time, and she's able to have her account on what happened. You can research things and find, documents and stuff like that. But when you're actually able to talk to someone who actually lived it, it just brings a whole nother level to it. But anyway, that's just something extra. But overall, y'all, the filling station, it comes out on March 11th. I'm gonna need y'all to read that because the filling station was amazing. Amazing. Anyway, that is all. February was a tough month for me. Again, like I said, all of these stories though, Filling Station was a 5 star. Hold Me While You Wait, that was 4 stars. I think I gave Beautiful Broken Love, I think I gave it 3.5, I think, or 4. I think I gave it 4 stars. Evie Daniels, I gave her 4 stars, and Sir Lewis was 3.5. Um, I mean, even though the ones I read, they still were pretty decent, but the Filling Station was my highlight for the whole month, y'all. Filling Station was really great. Honorable mention would be to be behind the forecast, which is brand new, and that comes out in April, y'all. So y'all got a long time to wait for that one, and then hold me while you wait. I keep saying hold you while you wait, but anyway, that is all for me. I am going to go to work. I've already got on my treadmill. I already did my things. I do want to leave you with this though, something motivational. Start your day with investing in yourself. If you start off on a good foot, right? If you can't give yourself 30 minutes, an hour, whatever that looks like, that could be you journaling, it could be you meditating, it could be you singing your song. I don't know. You could be writing. I don't know. Whatever that looks like, give yourself at least 30 minutes to an hour every day. Start your day off right. Pour into yourself because you give so many things of yourself to everybody else. And then by the end of the day, you are depleted. So start your day great. Give yourself you mentally, spiritually, whatever. Give yourself you. All right. Until next time.